Good morning, everyone. This is Tracy. I wanted to just make a quick announcement for you as you're getting into your first assignments in OTE and doing your first discussion question. I wanted to reiterate that this is not a D2L how-to course. You will be using D2L tools and things like that, but your resources for learning those tools are on CMU Online. We have video tutorials that take you step by step through a lot of the tools that we use, but we also have quick guides for all of the tools as well. So those are step-by-step instructions. They make creating things in D2L very easy, I believe. But if you do get stuck, just give me a call or send me an email, and I can, or even ask your instructor discussion board, and I can help you walk through those tools if you need it. However, the focus of this course is not to learn how to use D2L. The purpose of this course is to help you create quality online courses using quality standards. And with that in mind, our discussion questions revolve around those ideas, and your first assignment, your outcomes map, is definitely a big part of that, because creating quality online courses really has a lot to do with creating measurable outcomes and aligning all of your assessments and your course activities and your course materials to those outcomes. Now, with that being said, I also want you to know that you don't have to use a real course. You don't have to use a course that you're actually planning on teaching in the future. And for the most part, I actually recommend that you don't. You can if you want to try to create actual, real course materials, you can. But I want to give you a little heads up that sometimes that makes the assignments more complex than they need to be, because you're really at that point bogged down in creating content and not necessarily just following the simple steps that are on our rubrics, which really on the outcomes map assignment, all I'm looking for are measurable outcomes. And the content of those outcomes really doesn't matter, other than that they are measurable and observable, and that your assessments align with those outcomes. So feel free, and I love to see people who come up with their own ideas for courses. For example, I've seen people use a Star Wars course. I've seen people do how to pack a picnic. And when I actually took this course, I made up a course on how to prepare for the apocalypse. And it just made the class more fun and a little more lighthearted, and it didn't become so complicated that I got hung up on all this deep and serious content. You all can do that when you actually design your online course. If you have any questions, you have the Ask Your Instructor discussion board. You also have my virtual office hours, which I will give a link to through email. And you also have the ability to call me even outside of office hours. I'm always available. And if I'm not able to answer you right away, I certainly will get back to you as soon as I can. So don't make this class harder than it is. It can be a lot of fun. I've seen people really create far more than they need to. The other thing to remember too is, and I will remind you of this later in the course when you start creating your final project, that really pay attention to the rubrics. For example, the rubric for the final project, we are not asking you to create a syllabus for your course shell. All we're asking you to do is create a placeholder. So please be aware that if you actually attach a syllabus to that final project, you've kind of missed the point, and you won't get points for that, because what I'm looking for is for you to show me your ability to create a placeholder. So make sure that you really pay attention to the rubrics. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help. And let's have a great 3 weeks together. Thank you.